Good morning, beautiful souls. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As people walk by, I'm having a great day also. I just brought the kids to school and I'm now on my way home to work. And I wanted to come share an experience and an example, a live example of it's taking a long time, of being triggered and what's going on here? Doesn't want to let me out. Of being triggered and how that shows itself. Wait a minute. It wouldn't let me out. I'm out. So I wanted to give an example in case of myself about a trigger that I noticed yesterday. It was a thing. I will tell the whole story. I was, because I think yesterday I healed it totally. But there was this. I've been on this healing journey for 13 years now, and the last few days, maybe a week, I was noticing some parts of me being triggered, and I couldn't get to the core of it. And I don't know if I had told that maybe I should make a video about it, about our children and how they are, at least in my case, are my blind spots. Their zodiac are the blind spots in my zodiac. So my youngest is an Aries, and most of my planets are in the first house of Aries, the house of self. So through him, I can see how my energy works and my inner child, because my fifth house is in Aries, and Aries in fifth house is about your inner child, your children, how you express yourself, your creativity. That's the fifth house. So I noticed that I noticed that I was trying to heal my inner child, an inner child wound, but I couldn't get to the core of it. And I was thinking about asking a friend of mine who's also a healer to help me with that part and to get more clarity, but I was doing it myself. And I asked my guides and angels for help. And here is where it gets in, because when you ask for help, you will get help, but you have to be open and conscious in the moment. You have to be in the moment to recognize the help that you are getting. Because this is the story. Yesterday, my son, there was a child's birthday party that had invited children from the class, and my son was not invited. And I thought that he and that little boy were friends. So when they were gathering all the kids, at least I didn't get an invitation. So when I heard the other parents say, yeah, my son is going to the party of that child after school, so I won't be picking him up, I was like, oh, my son is not invited. I thought they were friends. So I was like, okay, weird. But I got triggered. I was like, why are all those children from class invited and my son isn't invited? So I got triggered. I was like, and my ego jumped in, like, Okay, well, then when my son has his birthday in 2 weeks, well, we won't be inviting them. And I was intending to invite him and his brother, who is not in their class. And so my ego, I thought my mom's side would be jump in and protect my baby, because why do you exclude my baby? But the thing was, my ego got stuck in that, and I felt like I need to protect my baby, so I won't be inviting all these children. I will just keep his party like this and blah blah blah. I start spinning out of control. So when I picked up my son, he wasn't bothered. I was the one who was bothered. So I noticed, like, okay, wait a minute. Why are you bothered about the fact that he is not invited? And your son is not bothered. He doesn't care. So what is really going on here? And then I noticed, I was like, oh, that's my inner child. Because I had felt this feeling, that this brewing feeling that was there constantly. It was like a knot in my solar plexus. And in the morning, I noticed that I was being forced to slow down, because there was a car driving in front of me that was driving really slow. But when I tried to get past him, he would drive harder. When I would get back behind him and make him stay in that same speed that he was driving, he would slow down. And I was like, this person is trying to trigger me. Not today, devil, not today. So I was like, okay. And then I noticed other cars, the same situation, that cars before them were forcing them to slow down. And I was like, what is this? What is the universe trying to show me? Because why am I noticing this everywhere? And it was to force me to stay in the moment. Because if I had not stayed in the moment and I would be stayed rushing, I wouldn't have noticed that the fact that I was triggered was the help that I was asking. Because it was that part of me that I could not get clear about why, that inner child piece, that I couldn't get clear myself to heal it. That part got triggered yesterday by the fact that my son was not invited to that birthday. So when I noticed, like, he doesn't care, he doesn't mind, so why are you so bothered? That's when I noticed, like, oh my God! It's the help that I was asking for. They brought it to me in that situation by getting me triggered. I was like, why didn't y'all just send me a post or send me a YouTube content creator who gonna explain to me, like, hey, this is how it is and blah blah blah, and I would notice and I could go heal it. But no, you all had to bring me into a situation. Hey, Scorpio learns through intense situations. Y'all had to bring me into a situation. I got triggered. That part of me, that inner child, that 3-year-old version of myself that was always protecting me and had those abandonment fears and fear of rejection and fear of not being seen and fear of not being heard, and all these fears that were limiting me now because I had healed them, but this part I couldn't get to. So my guides created this situation where she got triggered and stepped to the front so I could see her and I could heal her. How beautiful it all works if you are present and notice the signs. So when I realized that, I was like, oh, that's her, and I felt it in my chest and in my belly, and I was like, okay. So I went to sit with her and I talked to her and I showed her love and compassion. Like, I understand how you feel. I understand that you have been abandoned. Yeah, you have been rejected. You were never seen for who you really were. You were always seen as too much. So I sat with her, I talked to her, and then I also told her, like, okay, I see you now, but it's not your job to protect me. It's my job to protect you. You are grown now. When you experienced that, there was no one there to protect you. There was no one there to speak on your behalf. Now there is. I am here now. I will protect you from now on. I will speak on your behalf, on our behalf from now on. I will make sure nobody ever makes you feel the way that you are feeling right now again. And when I talked to her, when I acknowledged her, when I accepted her pain, when I sat with her, had compassion for her, gave her love, she thought. She relaxed. She became ready to listen. And then I told her that from now on, it's not her job anymore to protect us. It's my job. And that she was now allowed to go and be a 3-year-old again. Go and enjoy yourself, play, discover as a child is supposed to do, instead of protecting us, which is not your job. And then she relaxed. And I asked her, is there anything else that she wanted me to know? And she said she was angry and she felt rejected, so we healed all of that. And when we were done healing, I asked her, are you ready to come home? And she said yes. And she was so happy, she was skipping it. So when I asked her, can I have a hug? And she skipped toward me, we hugged each other tight, and we became one again. She came into the whole again from being quarantined for so long. 39 years, because she was 3 years old. 39 years she was separated from the whole. Out of protection. And now she was back home. And after that, that knot in my stomach, just as we were healing, I would feel it dissipating. When we were done, it was all gone. My heart was warm. It was beautiful, and I was like, wow. Because I always see parents projecting their wounds onto their children, claiming that they are protecting their children, by them not realizing that it's their wounded inner child trying to protect their children from the pain that they had suffered. Not realizing that it's you now projecting your pain and hurt onto your children, thinking that you are protecting them. No, you are protecting that inner child, that wounded inner child of you that gets triggered by the same situation and tries to protect you and your child. But you are limiting your child's expression by doing that, because it's not your child's wound, it's your wound. And by healing your wounds, you free your child, instead of projecting your wound onto your child and making your child suffer longer than necessary. So when I noticed that, I was like, wow. So I wanted to share that with you today. Like, yeah, we do that unconsciously. But I would like to ask you to be aware, if you have children, to be aware that you do not place your childhood wounds onto your child and then claiming that you are protecting them, because that's not the case. Look at the situation, look at your child, and ask yourself, am I doing this for me, for my wounded inner child, or am I doing this for my child? And usually you will find out that it's a wounded part of yourself that you are trying to protect and not your child. So if you are with me until the end of this video, I want you to like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content that I create. I would like you to share your view on this, how you see it, and let's chat about it. Oh, I have not introduced myself. Hi, I'm Danielle. I am a spiritual life coach, conscious channeler of source, and a healer. And I am here sharing my experiences, my knowledge that I have acquired through the years with you guys. And that's it. That's what I do here. And in the meantime, hoping to find my soul tribe. I would want to wish you a very nice day, a beautiful day. It's like the sun is starting to shine here, so it's gonna be beautiful. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.